Hank and his younger brother Isaac were playing in their backyard treehouse one afternoon when it began to sprinkle. "I think we should go inside," said Hank. "It looks like it's going to storm." The boys climbed down the ladder and ran toward the house. Once inside, they each grabbed a cookie from the plate on the stove and called out for their mom. "Mom, it's starting to rain," Isaac shouted as they walked into the living room. But then they froze. Their mom was lying on the floor, not moving. "Why is Mom sleeping on the floor?" Isaac asked in a small, frightened voice. Hank rushed to her side and gently shook her. "Mommy, wake up," he cried. But she didn't answer. He tried again, louder this time, but still nothing. Isaac started to cry. "Don't worry, Isaac," Hank said bravely, though his voice trembled. "It's going to be okay." He was only 8 years old, but he knew he had to think fast. Then he remembered the game Grandma used to play with him, pretending to be a 911 operator. She would ask him questions like, "What's your name? And what's your address?" Hank had practiced so many times that now he knew exactly what to do. He grabbed the phone and dialed 911. "What's your emergency?" a calm voice said on the other end. Hank's hands were shaking, but he took a deep breath and spoke clearly. "Hello, my name is Hank Robinson. My mom is on the floor. She looks like she's sleeping, but I can't wake her up." The lady asked him all the questions Grandma used to ask. Hank answered everyone carefully and loudly so she could understand. "I live at 1203 Oak Street in Madison," he said. "You're doing great, Hank," the lady said. "Stay on the phone with me until help arrives." Hank did exactly as she said. A few minutes later, the doorbell rang. The lady told him it was safe to answer. When Hank opened the door, 2 firefighters were standing there. They hurried in and went straight to his mom. After a few moments, she began to wake up. One of the firefighters gave her some orange juice, and soon she was sitting up, looking better. She smiled weakly and said, "Thank you." The firefighters turned to Hank and said, "You're a real hero. You helped save your mom's life today." A few days later, the fire department invited Hank to the fire hall and gave him a special award for bravery. But Hank didn't feel like a hero. He remembered how scared he had been, how his hands had shaken while he talked on the phone. "I just did what I had to do," he said quietly. He was just happy his mom was safe. That night, Hank told Isaac all about calling 911 and what to do in an emergency. "Now you'll know what to do too," he said with a smile. And from that day on, both boys knew that being calm, brave, and prepared could make all the difference.